I see that Nigel Farage is already saying that he's going to overturn these laws.
What this MP, Peter Kyle, is about to say on Sky News is possibly one of the most insane things that a politician has said in history. Take a listen to this.
So, you know, we have people out there who are extreme pornographers, peddling hate, peddling violence. Nigel Farage is on their side. Make no mistake about it, if people like Jimmy Savile were alive today, he'd be perpetrating his crimes online. And Nigel Farage is saying that he's on their side.
I'm sorry, what? You know that the left must be getting really, really desperate when they are resorting to trying to take down Farage, who is absolutely kicking their asses in the polls, let's not forget, by lumping him together with the prolific paedophile Jimmy Savile. How unprofessional.
Sorry.
Not the side of children who are...
I'm going to ask you to clarify. Do you
Let's see him try to justify his comments here.
honestly think to say Nigel Farage is on Jimmy Savile's side?
When it comes to online activity, we have seen unfettered access of adults to children via social media. When we put in the age verification, it stops strange adults getting in touch with children. So make no mistake.
This is a major leap. You're going to stick to the fact that you said that Nigel Farage is on Jimmy Savile's side.
Nigel Farage is on the side of turning the clock back to the time when strange adults, strangers, can get in touch via messaging apps with children. We have now asked to age verify the age in which people can have access to online content so we can protect children from unwanted, dangerous content and also those messaging services where people can get access directly to it. Nigel Farage wants to turn the clock right back when all of that, I have absolutely no doubt about it, people are perpetrating more crime online, more danger to children online, and Nigel Farage has said he wants to overturn every single one of the laws that keeps children safe in our country.
It's an interesting extrapolation, but we've got your views.
Wow, I cannot believe what that guy said there. That is Peter Kyle. He is an MP, and he is not just any old MP. He is the Secretary of State for Science, Innovation and Technology. And Labour, they are going after Farage today for not supporting this online safety bill, which doesn't protect children at all. And I'm going to show you Zia Yusuf's damning response to that MP's comments in just a moment, where he not only responds to those comments, but explains why these laws do not protect children at all. If anything, it makes matters worse. So stay tuned for that. But if you are enjoying this video, make sure that you press subscribe before we get to that. And before we take a look at Zia's response, we're just going to look at a few tweets that are out there. So I want to show you this tweet by the Labour Party. They've said Nigel Farage wants to scrap vital protections for young people online. Reform offers anger but no answers. They've put out this graphic saying Farage's Reform Party would scrap laws keeping children safe online. I'll just note that is clearly the same graphics team that before the local elections was putting out just complete and utter lies on these posters, these graphics they're putting out saying, oh, if you vote for Reform, you're going to have to pay 11 grand to get your appendix taken out. Reform have never said that. It's beyond belief. Let's take a look at this tweet, which I thought really pointed the finger back at Labour. I think this is hilarious. Patrick Christie's has tweeted, I'd like to thank Peter Kyle for opening the Jimmy Savile door. Gosh, Peter, if only someone had been in a position to, I don't know, prosecute Jimmy Savile. Like, imagine if someone was the director of public prosecutions when Savile was alive. Imagine, oh, who was the director of public prosecutions at the CPS? Oh, it was this man. Does he look familiar? Oh, yes, that's our Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. So, yeah, you really did open a can of worms there by bringing up Jimmy Savile, Peter Kyle. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? Yeah, Jimmy Savile could have been prosecuted whilst Keir Starmer was there. Keir Starmer just claims, oh, didn't cross my desk. Didn't cross your desk? Load of rubbish. Andrew Neil also tweeted this. Labour politicians are now in such a tizzy over Nigel Farage that they're losing the plot in their efforts to counter him. Whoever thought it a good idea to link him to Jimmy Savile should be fired. Couldn't be more counterproductive. Yes, that's a good question. Will this MP, this Secretary of State, will he be fired from his cabinet position? Will he be kicked out of his role as the Secretary of State for Science, Innovation and Technology after that monumental screw up that he made on Sky News this morning. I mean, that is going to go down in history as one of the most insane things said by a politician. Also, this one here, that face you forgot to tax when you forgot to tax VPNs, and you'll see when we look at Zia Yusuf's response why that is such a funny tweet. So let's take a look at that now.
What is your response to that?
Similar to yours when you heard him say that outrageous statement. I mean, look, I'm 38 years old. That's one of the most outrageous and disgusting things a politician has said in the political arena that I can remember. And that's quite a high bar, frankly. Look, what it also shows is Labour, have no idea how the internet actually works, which is why they are unwilling to admit this act, despite its name, is actually going to make children less safe. I'll come on to why in a moment. But it also shows how deeply unserious they are about child safety. Leveling that allegation, talking about Jimmy Savile in that way, does nothing other than denigrate the victims of Jimmy Savile. This is a political party that is collapsing in the polls at historic speed, a prime minister whose approval is collapsing at historic speed. All they have left is trying to censor British people and insult their political opponents in the most disgusting way.
We've actually just had a further response from Peter Kyle to a tweet that Nigel Farage put out earlier. Nigel Farage said, Peter Kyle's comments on Sky News are disgusting. He should do the right thing and apologise. Peter Kyle has just said, if you want to overturn the Online Safety Act, you're on the side of predators. It's as simple as that.
Wow.
Your response,
not giving in.
What tyrants always do, they cloak tyranny in the warm fuzz of safety and hope nobody reads the fine print. Unfortunately, Nigel Farage and Reform, we have read the fine print. Firstly, I want to address the point about child safety. This does nothing to improve child safety. It is taking children, and if you're a parent watching this, it's really important you understand this. Do not be lulled into the false sense of security that the government are trying to push you into. What is happening is children are downloading these things called VPNs. And what those VPNs do, and the evidence of that is if you've got an Apple iPhone, go onto the App Store right now, you will see 4 of the top 5 most downloaded apps in the United Kingdom are these VPNs. NordVPN have said they've seen an 1,800% spike in downloads.
Wow.
Protons, exactly the same, a 10-fold increase in the number of Google searches for VPNs. What does this piece of software do? A VPN allows a child to trick the website they're visiting into thinking it's in a different country to the one that they are in. And one of the main reasons people download VPNs is actually to go and access the dark web. And whatever horrors you think your child is already looking at, I promise you as a parent, once they go into that rabbit hole, it is your worst nightmare as a parent. And if you have, for example, BT or Sky, one of the child safety locks that you have, if you're a parent, those VPNs defeat, because it basically hides the metadata, so it defeats all your existing child safety logs. The person in question who's using these slurs, I just want to make this point, has never worked in tech. From what I can tell, he's never even worked in the private sector. And this is the problem. You have MPs and politicians who are, frankly, dinosaurs, do not understand the world that they're trying to legislate. And the kids whom they are trying to protect are running rings around them.
Very, very well said. And now you will see why that tweet there with Rachel Reeves is so pertinent. That face when you forgot to tax VPNs. I mean, you heard there the figures from Zia as to how these VPN companies are absolutely skyrocketing over the past couple of days now that we've got the Online Safety Act coming into play. All the kids are downloading it so that they can circumvent the restrictions. These kids are far more tech savvy than the people who are running the country, as Zia said there. Zia said those kids are running rings around the idiots running the country who don't understand anything. I mean, Zia Yusuf has run a tech company. I highly doubt Peter Kyle has. We haven't got a single entrepreneur in our cabinet aside from James Timpson, who is the prisons minister and isn't actually an MP. Right? So, you know, you've already got kids figuring out how to fake the ID checks, just sending in fake photos of different people or AI generated photos or whatever it is, right, to verify their identity with all these checks. I mean, it is just an absolute clown show. And that guy, Peter Kyle, has clearly shown himself to be a complete and utter clown with his comments about Nigel Farage on Sky News. We've now got the Labour Party saying they might ban VPNs, which would not only close down some huge VPN companies, which you know, probably contribute to our GDP. I imagine they certainly won't be happy if they're shut down. But it also takes away your right as an internet user to be able to browse without, you know, so many so many eyes spying on exactly what you're doing online, so many people, you know, pinching all your data. So let me know in the comments below, do you think Labour will go ahead with banning VPNs, and do you think that is a good idea to keep kids safe? I'm Chloe Dobbs, thank you very much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see more videos like this.